Hey, how you doing, everybody? Yes, that is the knife I've done a review on before. I'm not redoing the review. And there's a bunch of torque bits out. Why, oh why, you may ask, and I'm trying to separate them right now, is I've always wanted to try out and modify a knife. It's a cheap Walmart knife, so I was thinking about doing that. But before we get into that, let me put the pieces for each torque bit thing to the proper side. Got a little baggie for the parts. Anyway, before we get to that, I just want to say thank you, everybody, for all the support, all the people subscribing, all the thumbs up, and all the comments. I really do appreciate it, and we're trying to build the channel. So, as I start taking this apart, because I want to change some stuff on it, as I start to take apart, I'll give you guys a little insight into what I plan on doing. I don't want to go too far because basically I want to tear it down in this video, let you guys get a look at inside of the knife. I know there's people out there, I know I say I have more expensive knives and talking about like $20, $40. I think the most expensive knife I have is $40. Anyway, I know there's people that have, $300, $400 knives and would call my $20 knife cheap. That's fine. But to me, this is cheap. So, well, I mean, to everybody it's cheap, but they would probably start on a different knife because they probably think this wasn't even worth doing. I, on the other hand, want to mess around with it. I want to see what I can do with it. So, I figured in this video we take a look at it, see how it is inside. If I can do this with just me, because this thing is a cheap knife and it doesn't come apart too easily. Which is funny because my Kershaw, that the Cairo was, the speed safe was not opening on it. It was like really rough and grimy, and you could hear stuff grinding inside. So I took it apart, and I should have done a video about that because it's actually quite cool to see the workings of it, but I forgot. So maybe we'll do another video similar to the other one, and I'll show you guys taking that apart, so you guys can get an idea of what it is for that type of knife and how to take it apart, put it back together, and all that fun stuff. Because this thing does not want to come apart, actually. I actually try to pause the video to get the other torque bit because I started the video earlier. That's why it was so easy to take off the belt clip, because that was actually loose and I just put it on loosely because I was like, I gotta go get the other torque bit, and I forgot where it was, so I had to go hunting for it. So I thought I paused the video and I realized I shut the video off, and as it is, this is gonna end up being a two-part video. So I didn't want to make it a three-part video of me going around looking for that piece, so I did turn off and start over. So hopefully I can get this apart, show you guys the insides of it. And I am kind of getting it apart now. Oh, wait a minute. There's another one over here too, under the scales. Jeez. This is kind of redunculous. Well, if we learn nothing else today, we have learned that it is insane and crazy to take apart your cheap Walmart knife. So, a lesson learned. So you guys can watch me screw this up, so you don't. It's a $5 knife, so If it gets screwed up, it's not a major tragedy. So, as we find the right Torx bit to get the job done. That is, if we can get the job done. Ouch, that kind of hurt. Ay. This is honestly turning into a nightmare right now. Like, one side comes apart, the other side doesn't. And then I just realized there is a pin in the middle there. I really wanted to take this apart and change up some stuff on it. And I am not at all the type of person that's going to give up. So, I will get this apart one way or another. Hold on a second. I will take it off camera for a minute so I can look at it and hold it quite better. Because this is definitely 100% turning into a freaking nightmare right now. And it is destroying the things here. Little torque bits here. So, if you actually like your Walmart knife, don't do it to it. Because it's not that well made. And it will mess it up. And I put the torque bit in wrong. And now I'm getting a little frustrated with it and upset because I did not think this would happen. But guess what? We learn from everything, right? So we actually chalk this up as a learning lesson. Because if I could actually get this other side off, I could actually hold those spacers with something else. And I'm pretty damn sure that there are only some nylon washers in there. And I am really stripping the hell out of that bolt. So yes, it is turning into a nightmare. And it's frustrating. Because I don't like it when I can't do stuff. And I'm telling you, when I took apart that Kershaw, it was so smooth and so easy. So if we learned anything today, was your cheap ass knives do not come apart too well. As I take it off camera again to try to get a better grip or something on it. Plus, I don't want it flying up in the air and busting my phone. this is seriously turning out to be a hard task right now, and the video is getting longer and longer, which I don't really like to make really long videos, because I know I don't want to bore the hell out of everybody. Oh, look at that. The scales do come apart, though. If nothing else in life, we have learned that the scales come apart from the actual frame, which I wasn't too sure of that, but it does look like they put some kind of glue or something on there at some point to try to hold the knife together. And I'm telling you, these things are just spinning like you wouldn't believe right now. Yeah, and that's just a little pin up front that's not actually screwed in. So I'm pretty sure if we could get this bad boy apart, and sorry, I know there's a little blow of air. I'm just trying to clean that out, because I'm pretty sure I completely and utterly stripped that. I mean, the knife will still work. Pretty damn sure of that. So today's lesson is, do never take apart these junky knives, because it will not happen. I was actually going to paint the scales on it. So this was a total fail, but I got to show you guys not to do what I did. And I am going to put up the video because it was a total fail. And maybe someone will give me some suggestions or something. I don't know. And look at that. They go back completely freaking easy as ever. But when I tried to take it apart, it didn't come apart. So I will be checking this out a little more off camera, because like I said, I don't want to bore the living hell out of everybody. The knife still works, though. It definitely still works. Let's give it one more go before we call it a night, because I actually want to shoot some more videos. And again, well, not again, because I didn't say it yet, but I did say I wanted to do something for New Year's, and I didn't get a chance to, because I've been busy with a lot of stuff. And I know it was like over a month ago, I think, or even longer, that I had 1 week with no videos, and I don't want to do that again, because I like doing the videos for everybody. So I do not want to do that. And this is turning into a super long video, so we are ending it now. Yes, it was a fail. Am I going to put this up? I don't know. I might not. I mean, it is a learning lesson, and if I do get this apart and I'm actually able to do what I want to do, then you will see the finished product. If not, no. And I don't think I am, because the screws are getting super stripped. At least the head of the screw is getting super stripped where you open the knife. So, a life lesson learned. Do not take these cheap ass knives apart, because they don't actually come apart. Now this, there's nothing wrong with it, but I think I will use it as an example real quick to show you guys something that's a little bit more money. Mind you, this was like $30 at the time I got it. It was a while ago. I don't even know if they make it anymore. I haven't seen it. Just to show you that other knives come apart quite easily than that thing did. So when people talk about quality of knives and what you spend on a knife, guess what? It actually is true. I mean, if you're just going to use that knife and sharpen it, that Walmart knife, then it's all good. But if not, then guess what? It's not. Now, I'm taking it apart just to show you guys that, yes. And I probably will take apart the Kershaw again just to clean it up and lubricate it again. Number one, so I could do it again and show you guys with a spring assistant knife what goes into it if you take it apart. Now, this thing is coming apart smooth as can be. And I guess I could just clean it up a little bit since I'm opening it to show you guys. And I do need a bigger bit for that. Now, I don't know if I have to hold the other side or not when I do this. And yes, I do. Take the bits out again, since we decided to do this mid-video. And I'm going to take it off camera like I did the other one, simply because it's easier to get pressure on it when you don't have the thing under a camera. So, as you can see, it is coming apart. So, instead of taking apart and modifying a Walmart knife, which we obviously are not going to be able to do, we're going to take this apart. We won't modify it, but we will take it out apart and check it out. And as you can see, this nylon washers on it, nothing that amazing. I don't have anything really to clean it, so I'm just cleaning it a little bit. Now, this knife does not have spacers in it. It just has the washers in it and the bolts. The bolts actually act like spacers on this actual knife. Like the Kershaw and all I have, that one actually had spacers in it. So like I said, and this one's pretty dang dirty, we will actually be taking apart another knife, which is the Cairo, to clean that one up, and I will have everything available to clean that one up. Oh, I'm not going to take off the pocket clip because it's senseless. But as you can see, it is quite easy to take apart a knife that is a little more money than the cheap ass Walmart knife. So, I actually taught a lesson today, regrettably, because I didn't want that to happen. But we actually learned that we can't take apart these damn ass Walmart knives. But we can take apart a buck. And I know the video is getting super long, but I just want to show you guys that it does go back together when you have a knife that's a little more money, not money that's a little more knife. I know I completely messed that one up there, but hey, it's the fail day, right? I actually think I did it with this bit on this side. Yeah, that what the problem was. So, again, sorry for this long video, but it is proving that a knife that's a little bit more money is a little bit more better. That you could take it apart and actually do stuff with it. So will this be the end of me buying Walmart knives? I don't know. Maybe. Because that was kind of a tad bit eye-opener right there to what you're getting. And hey, like they say, you get what you pay for, right? So I guess I got my $5, huh? There you go. And see? I'm not going to tighten that completely because I want to put these in first before we do so. And it's got a little indentation, so you know exactly what side to do this on. It's not like you're guessing. Although I should have kept the bit that I used on the side. So I would not be sitting here going through bits. And none of those fit, so probably gonna have to go with one of these. Not that one, not that one, not that one. And I think I found it. Or not. Wow. So, I did find it now. And I know I'm doing that off camera, so I'm sorry. But this knife does not have spacers. These screws act like spacers. Oh, wait a minute. As I forget to put a piece in. So it's not the screws that are spacers. I correct myself now. I am correcting myself, I mean. I completely forgot this piece came out of it. And this goes along here. And the actual pieces, this is the actual spacer. So, we are learning on the fly tonight, guys. So, we are learning as we go with this one. And this is kind of a long video. I think this is my longest video ever. That's okay though. Because like I said, we learned on the go now. So this week you'll have some long video and a couple of short ones. Because we will be doing a watch review, of course, on Watch Review Wednesday. And while we're doing this and talking about this and checking it out, showing you that if you actually do have a decent knife, well, not amazing, but you know, a little more expensive than a $5 Walmart knife. Has my mind been changed forever? That will await to be seen. Because it may have, may not have, I don't know. As we try to find the other screw for the other side. So, as I take this off to get a better grip on it, so I can fix it better, I just want to say to you guys, I didn't get to do the New Year's video, but hopefully this is a bigger, better year for the channel. And hopefully a better year for everybody, because it's been a tough one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we learned today not to buy them cheap ass Walmart knives if you plan on taking it apart and fixing it or doing something with it. So maybe there is something to this being a cheap knife, or that being a cheap knife, not this one. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and again, maybe I'll do a little follow-up video with this and with the Kershaw one, checking that one out. I think the modifying the Walmart knife is a wrap. That ain't gonna happen. So thank you so much. Sorry for the long video, and I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe and that thumbs up. Thank you.